They say love tastes like the first sip of fine wine, unexpected, bold, and unforgettable. Miles, a charming food critic in his early 30s, enters a small vineyard restaurant tucked away in the hills, the kind of place only true food lovers whisper about. He dines alone, scribbling notes while swirling a glass of Pinot Noir. Each sip is measured, each observation sharp. Across the room, Leilani, the elegant chef owner in her late 20s, watches nervously from behind the bar. This review could make or break her dream. Their eyes meet. Time slows. She exhales, wipes her hands on her apron, and walks over with a kind of confidence only love and desperation can mix together. Trying the 2018 Reserve? It pairs best with a lamb risotto, she says, masking her nose with a smile. Miles smirks, intrigued. Impress me, he replies. Soft romantic music hums in the background as she personally serves him, their fingers almost brushing as she places a plate. A spark. Neither of them can deny it. The night stretches longer than planned. Miles asks questions not just about the food, but about her vineyard, her life. Leilani opens up, telling him about how her late father taught her to grow grapes and dream big. They laugh over spilled wine, share bites of dessert, and something rare begins to bloom. For the first time in years, Miles forgets he's there to judge. For the first time in her career, Leilani feels truly seen. What neither of them knows is that Miles is hiding something. He's not just a customer, he's the most feared critic in the country, writing under an alias. Days turn into weeks. They meet again under excuses of just tasting new menus or trying a new wine. Their connection deepens, romantic walks through the vineyard at dusk, candlelit dinners where they share secrets, laughter that lingers in the night air. They are falling, helplessly, passionately, but love mixed with lies is a dangerous pairing. One evening, Leilani stumbles upon a food magazine featuring Miles's face and his latest review her restaurant, her dishes, her heart laid bare in words she thought were anonymous. The truth slices deeper than any knife. Under the pouring rain, she confronts him outside her restaurant, anger and heartbreak colliding. You lied to me. Was this all just research? She cries, her voice trembling. Miles, drenched, steps closer. No, he says, voice cracking. You're the only thing I've ever tasted and wanted more of. She looks away, tears mingling with the rain, and walks off, leaving him shattered. Weeks pass. Both try to move on, but emptiness lingers. Then fate intervenes. A prestigious culinary competition invites Leilani to showcase her skills. She almost refuses until she remembers her father's words, create with love, not fear. Miles is assigned to cover the event. When he sees her on stage, radiant and fierce, his heart pounds. He tastes her final dish, a lamb risotto infused with a rare wine, the same one they share that night, and memories flood back. After she wins, the crowd roars, but her eyes search only for him. Miles approaches slowly, holding a single rose and a bottle of their favorite wine. The world fades around them. I came as a critic, he says, voice shaking, but I stay because I fell in love with the chef. Her tears turn to laughter as she whispers, and I fell in love with a man who saw me, not just my food. Under the glittering lights, they kiss a kiss that tastes like love, like wine, like forever. Months later, the vineyard hosts their wedding. Friends toast, glasses clink, and music swells as they dance under the stars. She spoke softly about her late father, the man who taught her everything about winemaking and the passion that runs in her veins. Her eyes sparkled as she recalled afternoons in sunlit vineyards, the smell of earth and grapes mingling with her laughter. Miles listened, captivated not just by her story, but by the fire behind it. Their wine tasting soon became a playful dance. Glasses clinked, laughter bubbled over, and the air between them thickened with unspoken promises. A stray brush of fingers, a shared smile loaded with meaning. Miles found himself unraveling, caught between his role as a critic and the man he was becoming. But Miles carried a secret heavy as the oak barrels in Leilani's cellar. He was no ordinary diner. He was the country's most influential food critic, writing under a name she'd never heard. To protect the fragile magic growing between them, he masked his identity, afraid that truth would shatter this delicate new world. Their night-stretched long meals turned into midnight talks, whispered dreams in the glow of the kitchen lights. They shared stories, fears, and stolen moments, building something real in a world made of flavor and desire. When Miles finally left, he typed a glowing review under his alias. Every word was an ode to Leilani's talent and heart, but no hint of a man behind the praise. Days later, Leilani stumbled upon the review online. Her lips curled into a knowing smile as she read the mysterious words. "Who is this writer who sees me like no one else?" The question hung in the air like the first breath of a new vintage full of promise, mystery, and the intoxicating possibility of love. And so began a story richer than any wine, a story that would challenge trust, reveal secrets, and prove that sometimes the greatest flavor in life is the unexpected taste of love that defies all expectations. The vineyard was their sanctuary, picnics under sprawling vines, candlelit dinners where shadows danced on their faces, and laughter spilling freely even when wine spilled on the tablecloth. Every meeting deepened the connection between Leilani and Miles, their worlds folding into one another like the perfect pairing of food and wine. The tension between them simmered beneath soft touches, a slow pour of crimson wine, fingers brushing ever so slightly, eyes locking in moments that spoke louder than words. They bared their souls, sharing stories of heartbreaks that left scars and fears that kept them guarded. In each other, they found a fragile hope, but secrets have a way of surfacing. One rainy afternoon, Leilani's eyes caught a glossy magazine cover Miles's unmistakable face staring back as the country's most celebrated food critic. Shock and betrayal twisted her heart. The man she trusted, laughed with, and loved had hidden his truth. The sky wept with her as she found him beneath the dripping vines. "You lied to me." Her voice cracked, trembling with pain. Was this all just research? Miles's gaze was raw, desperate. "No, you're the only thing I've ever tasted and wanted more of." But words couldn't bridge the chasm. She turned away, rain mingling with tears, leaving him alone in the storm and the ache of a love betrayed. In that moment, their story hung in the balance. Could trust grow anew from the ruins? Or was this a bitter aftertaste of a love lost forever? Fate stepped in when a prestigious culinary competition invited Leilani to showcase her dishes on a grand stage. Unknown to her, Miles was assigned to cover the event, a cool twist that reignited every buried feeling. The tension was electric. Across the crowded hall, their eyes met silent, loaded with longing and the weight of unspoken apologies. The air thickened with memories as Leilani prepared her final dish, a creation born from their first unforgettable date. Tender lamb risotto infused with that rare 2018 reserve wine they once shared under the stars. As she presented the dish, a hush fell over the judges and audience. Miles's heart clenched, tears welling as the flavors transported him back to a time when love was new, raw, and full of promise. When Leilani's name was announced as the winner, the crowd erupted, but all she saw was Miles making his way through, a single rose in one hand, their favorite wine in the other. He stopped before her, voice trembling yet certain. "I came as a critic, but I stayed because I fell in love with the chef." Leilani, tears streaming down her face, whispered back, "And I fell in love with a man who saw me, not just my food." They closed the distance between them, a kiss igniting like fireworks exploding above, lighting the night sky and sealing a love story destined to be savored forever. Days turned into weeks, and their love blossomed in every corner of the vineyard where it first began. They rebuilt trust not just with word, but through shared moments, morning harvest beneath golden sunlight, quiet dinners by crackling fire, whispered dreams beneath endless skies. But love, like wine, is a journey complex, sometimes bitter, yet always rewarding when nurtured. One evening, under a sky painted with stars, Miles knelt on one knee amid the grapevines. His voice was steady, full of promise. "Leilani, you are the finest flavor in my life, the one I never want to lose. Will you marry me?" Tears shimmering like dew on petals, she nodded. "Yes, 1,000 times yes." Their wedding was a celebration of everything they'd overcome and everything yet to come. Friends and family gathered in the vineyard, laughter mingling with music and the rich aroma of earth and wine. They danced beneath the open sky, every step a testament to love's enduring power. As the night deepened, Miles raised his glass and spoke softly, "To the chef who taught me that love is a secret ingredient." Leilani smiled, her heart full, "And to the critic who saw me not just my food, but my soul." They kissed, the vineyard glowing around them like a dream made real. In a world where tastes come and go, there was a love destined to linger bold, unforgettable, and forever. Guests swirled glasses filled with deep ruby wine, toasting to a love story that had captivated everyone lucky enough to witness it. The air buzzed with joy and whispered stories of how two souls, once broken and guarded, had found their way back to each other through passion, trust, and forgiveness. In the center of it all, Miles and Leilani danced beneath a sky littered with stars. His hand steady, her smile radiant. Every step they took was poetry of rhythm crafted by years of longing, pain, and the sweetness of second chances. The music softened as the camera zoomed out, capturing the entire vineyard glowing like a dream come to life. The narrator's voice, gentle and warm, drifted over the scene. Love, like fine wine, only gets better when shared. It deepens, it matures, and it becomes a story worth savoring forever. The couple raised their glasses in a silent toast, eyes locked, hearts beating as one before the screen faded to black, leaving the audience with a lingering sense of hope, passion, and the undeniable magic that happens when two people dare to believe in love. As the night deepened, the vineyard's warm glow embraced every guest, old friends, new family, and those who had witnessed the incredible journey from doubt to devotion. Leilani's eyes sparkled beneath the soft lights, reflecting not just the stars above, but the countless moments that had led her here, moments of courage, heartbreak, and unwavering hope. Miles held her hand tightly, his voice low but steady as he whispered, "This is just the beginning. Our love will grow, like these vines, stronger with every season." Their laughter mingled with a soft hum of music as couples swayed nearby. Children chased fireflies, and the rich scent of ripe grapes filled the air. Every corner of the vineyard seemed to pulse with life, a living testament to the power of passion and forgiveness. As the last song played, Miles dipped Leilani gently, their eyes meeting in a silent promise. The crowd erupted in cheers, glasses raised high, celebrating not just a wedding but a love story for the ages. In the quiet moments that followed, as guests began to drift away, Miles and Leilani stood hand in hand beneath the ancient oak tree that had witnessed their first kiss. They looked out over the sprawling fields, a future as vast and full of promise as the vineyard itself stretching before them. "Forever," Leilani breathed. "Forever," Miles agreed, pulling her close as the stars shone brighter than ever. And somewhere in the gentle night breeze, the vineyard whispered its own vow of love, patience, and a story that will be told for generations to come.